DNC Night 1 was one of those nights where if it wasn't recorded, you just wouldn't believe that it happened. Joe Biden just decided that he was going to blow the lid on the whole administration and just say what we've known for years.
Kamala and I are committed to strengthening legal immigration.
Joe, blink twice if you need help. But I'm not sure he can do that because I think Hunter must have shared his stash with him because the guy probably blinked 3 times throughout the entire night. You should have seen Joe gearing up for this speech. The dude didn't even look like Joe Biden anymore. I mean, can you believe that this man is the leader of the free world? The guy looks like he just saw a balloon for the first time. Guys, I don't know what it is about the word Medicare, but it makes Biden just temporarily forget the entire English language.
That's not hyperbole. It's because Medicare no longer has to pay those exorbitant prices to the big pharma.
When the night had actually just gotten started, so when the party chair was speaking to the audience, the arena was nearly empty. And you know that's after they tried to make sure that that didn't happen because they've been saying that Trump hasn't been able to bring a crowd to his rallies. Now, they would actually send people to take photos and videos 10 hours before a Trump rally and then would say that no one is there. But I'll just put side by side the start of the RNC versus the DNC. Let it speak for itself. Now, then it was time for Joe to do his speech, and all the protesters got hungry, so they came in to actually watch the speech. And I gotta say, I'm not sure if they knew they were going to be witnessing a resignation speech or if it was an "Am I Still Running" speech. Biden's daughter was actually the one to end up introducing Joe because she's his emergency contact. Now, if you're wondering why there's a shower on your screen, it's because Ashley Biden wrote in her diary that Biden took inappropriate showers with her when she was a kid. This has all been fact-checked 100% and approved by even the left, so good luck debunking that one. Anyway, the crowd never heard about the diary and erupted with a "We Love Joe" chant. Even the woman who kicked Joe out of office hopped in. Just seeing Nancy with the "We Love Joe," like she didn't blatantly kick the guy out of office, you know, it's... Alright, anyway, she goes on CNN and stumbles a bit, but says, "I did what I had to do."
You know what?
Have you talked to him, is my only question.
What I have to do.
Right.
He made the decision for the country. My concern was not about the president, it was about his campaign.
That's a pretty strange thing to say about a sitting president, but nothing to be alarmed about. Now, Joe finally found his footing and started lying again. This time it was a hoax that has been debunked, I kid you not, over 100 times, even on mainstream media. Here's what he said, and I'll play the debunk right after.
The president was asked what he thought had happened. Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. That is what he said and what he meant.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. But you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
We kind of bounced between lying, telling the truth by accident, and then just being completely incoherent. So here's one of the incoherent clips that my friends and I are still trying to figure out what he said.
Women are not without electoral or political power. No kidding.
So Biden has a new move, and it's to help him close out his term in office. He uses it only when he needs it most, but it's what I like to call the Biden nod. Now, the Biden nod is used when you're rambling so incoherently that you just hope that whoever is listening thought that it was a joke. Let's watch that again.
Women or not without electoral or political power.
And then they clap like he just said something in English. Let's come to Biden's defense for a moment, though, here, because it is 11 p.m., and there's still 5 more speakers to go up before Biden goes up. He was probably in the green room debating whether or not he was actually going to go out and endorse Kamala anymore. I mean, how do you make the President of the United States make his speech after most of America went to sleep already? I mean, could it be, and I'm just spitballing here, that they didn't really want the American people to hear what he had to say? That didn't stop him, though. He had some more lies to tell, and nobody was going to get in his way. This time about the border. Take a look.
Then I had to take executive action. The result of the executive action I took, border encounters have dropped over 50%. In fact, there are fewer border crossings today than when Donald Trump left office.
Even with the absurd language he uses, like border crossings today versus the day that Trump left office, it's still blatantly wrong. Here's the data. It clearly shows that that is not true. Now, can you imagine how easy it would have been to get elected without the internet? Like, just say anything and people would believe it. I mean, we're so close to that again with the way that everything is getting suppressed, but still, at least things can get debunked. I'm going to show you this insane lie that Biden dropped, but before I do, I want to say quickly thank you so much for showing YouTube that you liked the last video. The average on YouTube, by the way, is 4% of viewers end up liking the video. You guys did 25% likes. It is clear that something's going on with the algorithm, but I want to just say that we will prevail and slowly show the next generation that it is okay to be on the right. Let's get back into the video.
In the pandemic, Kamala and I helped states and cities get back their schools back open.
This is an insane amount of deception. Okay, because Biden and the Democrats hit Trump and campaigned on this hard to have him not reopen the schools.
New cases in a single day.
4 million cases.
Desperate to reopen schools because he thinks it will save his re-election.
Then, 4 years later, they celebrate that the Democrats reopened the schools. Then Biden continues to perpetuate that same lie about Trump calling the military suckers and losers. There's zero proof of that, but there is proof of Biden calling the military a not very nice word. Take a look.
Understanding what you may hear about me, I have incredibly good judgment. 1, I married Jill, and 2, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Then Biden talked about one of his most incredible accomplishments as president. Unfortunately, it's another total lie.
Including the IBEW installing 500,000 charging stations all across America.
Joe, you built 7 chargers under this program, and I swear I checked this like 1,000 times. 7 does not equal 500,000.
He's promising a bloodbath if he loses, in his words.
Biden, he didn't promise a bloodbath. He was talking about what would happen to the auto industry if you won the election, and you know that because it's been debunked hundreds of times, and you've got no other lies to tell.
We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars if I get elected. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it.
So to top off the night, Biden hit us with this classic.
We have 1,000 billionaires in America.
So thanks to Biden's leadership, we do have 1,000 trillionaires in America now. So bravo to him. And if you want to see another video similar to this one, just click it right here, and I'll see you there.